Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode, and an exciting episode. But the first thing that you'll notice before I even say the name of this stream is our cameras are messed up. And I must apologize for that. But we are waiting for Dalton to get here. As soon as Dalton jumps into our video call, all of our, well, I can't say that because I'm not 100% sure that all of our camera woes will be will be sorted out. But we are hoping so right here on tonight's episode of Delve and Dash. And we're so glad that you're with us tonight. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful dungeon master for the evening. Say hello to my wonderful players for the evening. We've got Derek, we've got Jamie, we've got Ani, and we've got Dalton, who will be joining us shortly. We're currently, right now, they are all Franklin. We are all Franklin. Yep. And you can see behind the green screen a little bit, as you can see me twice on your screen right now. So
that's not you. It's your evil twin brother.
That's my evil twin.
That's Mikhail.
That's what happens when you put the Gen Con hat on. So we will get our cameras should sort themselves out as soon as Dalton gets here. But this is episode 28 of Delve and Dash, and we are in a transition mode here as we go into a new story arc for this campaign. And we are actually jumping into a module, one of the modules from Wizards of the Coast called Tyranny of Dragons. So we are going to jump into this module face first tonight and see how our players do with this wonderful adventure. And if you want to see how our players got to this point, please go subscribe to our YouTube channel, Proficiency Bonus YouTube, and you can catch up on episodes 1 through 27 and see how we all ended up where we ended up. And these three players in particular are all playing new characters.
I was going to say, you can watch this, but it's not going to help.
And if you're joining us for the first time tonight, you're brand new,
Perfect.
This is a perfect
Congratulations.
time.
Yeah, you got here at the right time.
Yes. That's right, you got here at the perfect time because Franklin, our wonderful turtle moon druid, is still part of this adventuring party. He is the only one left of the original four. So we have put a new party together, and we're going to continue on from here. And so the story is told, friends. Zin and Dusk, you guys have been traveling with this caravan that you left with your friend, your new friend Franklin, for many days. And recently you have arrived just outside of Waterdeep, where a new set of carriages and wagons and caravans have picked up as part of your group headed south. Within that caravan, you notice that there is a new individual that seems to be traveling along with the caravan. Ani, will you go ahead and describe your character and what they see as you are picked up in Waterdeep and traveling south with them?
So, my character is named Tonim, and he is a half high elf, half dragonborn. So he has pretty light, fair skin, blonde hair. He does have pretty prominent silver horns and a crest on the top of his head.
Hey, we might have a Dalton coming.
We have my person!
You got the camera right.
Yay!
All right, Dalton's here.
I gotta sit a little bit high.
Yeah.
We are excited to have. He looks like he's been running. You okay, Dalton?
I'm exhausted.
I'm sorry, brother.
I am been shitty. I hope we're not on stream.
Yeah,
we are.
It's all good, my man. It's all good.
Oh boy. Well then,
we've got a Dalton.
we'll talk about it after.
We'll save that for the after party.
Yeah.
Well, it's good
I'm
to see
logging
you.
into Roll20 now.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I definitely made the name tags too big on the overlay. I
They're
apologize.
very big.
I apologize.
I'm like peeking over.
I know.
Everybody's got to do giraffe neck tonight.
Yeah,
So we
tilt the cameras down.
so we get through this episode. All right. So Dalton, I was just explaining to the group. Well, actually, Ani was just explaining to the group her character and what Tonum looks like. Tonum. I keep on pronouncing it wrong. I apologize. Looks to the group as you guys pick up a new set of wagons and travelers to the caravan in Waterdeep that are headed south. Go ahead and you want to start from the beginning of that, Ani, since we kind of got distracted? Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
What we did?
It's like, oh,
Yeah, so-
yes, woo! Everybody cheers loudly.
So he's a half high elf, half dragonborn, relatively medium in height, pretty slender in build, with long blonde hair and silver horns that are pretty prominent, along with a crest that goes down the center of his head. And he is wearing sort of full robes that you can probably infer he is a wizard or mage or something of that manner.
Okay.
Probably not Franklin.
No, he is not Franklin.
All right. So this new group seems to join the caravan as you guys are continuing to head south. It took you about 17 days to get to Waterdeep. So it's been pretty extensive travel so far. It's colder up here in the north, but the farther south that you go, you realize that the climate, the temperature is beginning to change the more you travel. You guys probably have another 40 or so days before you arrive at your destination of Elturel. I'm going to skip a lot of that travel time just because that would get really boring on stream.
Let's just say Franklin continuously casts men on everything.
All right. Actually, that'd be very helpful in a caravan setting, as Franklin is helping to fix wagon wheels that look like they're about ready to bust. You're able to go and fix some of those repairs and some of those cracks in the wooden wagon wheels, keep them going. And you find that with Franklin around, you guys rarely have to stop the caravan because of a flat tire. It's very rare.
Thank God.
You do...
The amazing thing is, he's not charging anybody for it.
Not a copper piece.
No, he just does it.
If anybody asks Zin to do anything other than his job, then he is going to ask them to pay up.
Okay. So what if they don't would Zin tell them that up front before you even do anything, or would you just expect payment after you did something, even if they were thinking you were doing it out of the kindness of your heart?
If they come up to me and they're like, "Hey, can you fix this?" I'd be like, "That'll be a gold piece." Or not a gold piece, but you know what I mean, a silver piece, a copper piece, something like that.
Some people, especially the group from Waterdeep, are willing to pay you. So I would say you make probably 6 gold pieces from times where people have asked you to do some help throughout this. You've kind of ticked off some of the others, though. They just get this real standoffish look towards you and and now every time they look for help, they look your way, immediately give you a snooty look, and then turn away and go ask someone else.
Good. That's what I wanted.
Anything else the rest of you guys would be doing other than during the travel time? So it's quite an extensive amount of travel.
There are flowers everywhere.
Grow flowers everywhere? Grow?
Yeah,
oh,
Druidcraft.
Druidcraft some flowers, yeah. You can do that.
I would basically just be focusing on watching keeping an eye out, basically.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
since that's what I'm getting paid for.
All right, sure. Tonum, anything that you would be doing during the travel time in particular?
Mostly just keeping to himself, probably writing in a journal a lot,
Okay.
and reading. He brought a lot of books.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dusk.
Franklin also has no problem like healing people's scrapes and cuts.
All right. Perfect. Yeah, Franklin's definitely making a lot of friends on this journey so far. As he's healing people, fixing their wagons, and just making just general repairs to everyone and everything. Dusk, you do see occasionally there are some wild animals, some like a pack of wolves or something that gets a little bit close to the caravan, but then think better of it and then run off back into the forests. You see the same thing when it comes to like small bands of goblins. You can see that they kind of scope out the caravan at first, see that it's a pretty large caravan that has a lot of people, and that can be kind of enticing to the goblins, but then they look at their numbers and then they decide, I don't feel like dying today. And they
anytime I would see anything like that, I would shoot it like a warning arrow in that direction.
Yeah,
just to land like as close to them as possible without hitting them.
One goblin's sitting there kind of going, thinking about it, and all of a sudden you hear, as an arrow sticks into the tree next to him. He's like, and runs off into the shrubbery. It's out of there. So yeah, you guys are traveling for those days, and we're getting to the point where you guys are about to the part where you guys see on your Roll20 map there is a green triangle. So you guys aren't far from Elturel. And all of a sudden, as you're keeping a lookout, Dusk, you start to hear the neighs of horses in front of you, probably maybe 20 wagons ahead. So this is a pretty big caravan traveling together. You guys can see some of your companions that you guys have started to get to know a little bit, some of the other guards walking ahead. All of a sudden start to turn towards the light forests that are on either side of the trail. And that's when you guys can start to see some movement in your direction. You guys start to hear some screaming as you can see that these two horses in a cart, probably like 10 carts up from you, like rear back, their front hooves come up into the air as they start neighing and panic, and then they start charging off of the trail, carrying the cart behind them. And you can see that the cart is hitting these large stones, and all these crates are flying out of the back of the cart. This barrel goes rolling down and smashes into a bunch of pieces. You can see a bunch of furs and leathers go pouring out all over the side of the road. And then that's when you start to hear the thump, 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 and you can hear as an arrow sticks probably about 10 feet away from you, Dusk, into the wooden side of one of these caravan carts. Make a perception check for me as this arrow strikes.
Okay. It's a 23.
So 23. You recognize this arrow. It's thick, dark, with black feathers on the end of it. This looks like an orc arrow. And that's when you start to notice them. They're coming out of the tree line beside you. I need you all. I'm going to take you guys over to another map. And we're going to start off the night with a little bit of a warm-up combat to get us going.
You started off early, huh, Michael?
I did.
As soon as that happens, I just yell out for everybody to take cover.
Okay, let's see if our map works first. Can you guys see the map?
I can.
Okay, you guys see your tokens
Yes,
on the
I can.
map?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, you can click on your token. Before you hit initiative, let me put the turn order up. And if you click on your token and click initiative, it will add you automatically to the turn order. And I'm hoping that people will be able to see it on stream. I'm going to get it set to where...
Yes, you can.
Awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and make some rolls as well. And I'm going to let everybody see what you see coming out of the forest. There's a little bit of a handout for you guys to take a look at. They look like this. So you guys should be able to... Can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. That's what it looks like it's coming out of the forest there. I just kind of put your tokens in a row right here. If you want to move your tokens, like where you would have been in the starting place.
I would have definitely been up on top of a carriage.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
was
would have
probably-
been next to him, honestly.
I was inside this carriage.
Okay. You were inside the one that got hit with an arrow. Yeah, well, actually, a couple arrows got shot into the side of these things.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys onto the board because you guys are gonna see these guys. There's one. Oh boy, here's two. Here's three. And our fourth little friend is down here. There's our four friends. So I'm gonna go ahead and initiative those guys. I'm hoping that this will work. Oh no, don't do that. My only flaws are my inability to work roll 20 sometimes. Roll 20, what are you doing? Oh, that's not good for you guys.
This is when we all die again. Right at the start.
Already?
Oh no, we don't need this to happen already. We don't need this to happen.
Not again.
Not again, folks. Strange.
Who knows? Maybe roll 20 will like me more, and I won't roll such garbage.
Right?
Unlikely. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to throw that out. Roll 20 just hates everyone.
Roll 20 hates everybody. Descending. Okay, the first to go is going to be our friends, and I'm going to change our music to something a little bit more appropriate. Let's go to good D&D battle music. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. You got to have that going. First to go are these guys. They don't see Tonum yet. Is Zin inside the carriage?
No, Zen is on top of the carriage with Dusk.
Okay. So they can see you guys. So they're going to get a little bit closer to you guys. They can't see Tonum. He's going to move about right there, and he's going to come over and move about right here, and they're going to throw javelins at you guys. Because that's something that they can do. First javelin is coming to Zin. I should have put these on Whisper. I like it better when you guys can see them. That's going to be a 22 to hit, Zin.
Yeah.
Does that hit a wizard?
You take 4 points of piercing damage as you take a javelin to the side. I'm going to change this to never Whisper rolls on these orcs so you guys can see what they're rolling. I don't like the Whisper rolls. Here's a javelin coming to you, Dusk.
Well, I think that just hits me.
15 hits?
Yeah.
So you get struck with a javelin as well as the pain just surges through your body as it sticks out of your side. These two, unfortunately, Franklin is the guy that's right out there for them.
Come on over.
They're going to charge Franklin here. They get right up next to Franklin, and they're going to make their great axe attacks against Franklin. So here comes the first great axe. I'm going to have to turn off these 3D dice. They're slowing down my roll 20. A 7 is not going to hit.
Absolutely not.
And the second one scores a natural 1.
Yeah, fool. Can't touch me.
One of them grazes your shell, and they almost hit each other as they make these attacks. And that takes us to Zin's turn. I'm going to turn off these 3D dice. What would you like to do, Zin?
I'm going to hidden step and turn invisible. Using my Furbolg thing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to...
Hidden step, turn invisible.
I'm going to use my movement to get here. And I'm going to cast Mirror Image. Which doesn't make me turn visible because of my class thing.
Okay. So as soon as you cast, it doesn't mean you're out of invisibility?
Yeah, I turn invisible until the start of my next turn. unless I attack, deal damage, or force a saving throw.
Okay, I put a little blue dot there for mirror image, just to remember.
Okay.
Cool. And that ends your turn?
Yes.
All right, that brings us to Franklin. Franklin, you got these 2 ferocious orcs in front of you.
Was I ever able to replace my quarterstaff that went missing in the sewers?
Oh, I would say so. Yeah, you've been traveling for a month. You would have been able to pick up a new quarterstaff easily.
Cool, I'm gonna whack one with Shillelagh.
Okay, so you're using your bonus action to Shillelagh, and your action to attack. Okay. Hey, what's up, Blitz Graybeard in chat? Oh, I don't think a 10's gonna hit. It does not.
Probably not.
It does not. It actually puts its forearm up like this and actually takes it. As you slam the quarterstaff into it, it just looks at you and snarls. And as it's holding its forearm up there, Franklin, you can see that its hand down to his wrist is stained with like a dark red.
I just smile and wave.
Okay, smile and wave. Does that end your turn, Franklin?
Yes, it does.
All right, that brings us to Tonham. You can hear a ruckus going on outside, Tonham.
I'm going to stick my head out the front of the wagon, like what?
Okay.
And upon seeing what's going on, I am going to cast Arcing Bolt at this dude.
Okay. Very cool.
Which is...
Oh, yeah. That definitely hits.
And then I would
Dexterity
also...
save, right?
Yeah, to hit this dude.
Okay. Oh, that dude needs to make a dex save?
Yeah, so I may either deal an additional 1d4 to the original or hit another one within 10 feet that then must make a saving throw. So
Is an 18 going to cut it?
yes, it does.
Okay, so it does not take that damage, but is this like
That one still takes 7.
Yeah, so this electrical energy goes firing out of Tonham and completely engulfs this one. You can see that it's taken some damage. It seems to be a little bit sluggish now, as its blackened skin is a little bit charred from the electrical jolt that it just got. Anything else that you'd be doing, Tonham?
No, he's good in there.
Okay. That brings us to Dusk.
Okay, I am going to take out one of the 2 special arrows that I have in my second quiver, and I'm going to shoot at this orc over here.
What, the one that looks
grasping
pretty crispy
arrow.
fried? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Alright, he takes 6 piercing and 7 poison damage.
Why didn't it show up on my roll 20?
Did it not?
It didn't.
No, didn't show up on mine either.
Didn't show up on yours either?
Yeah.
That's
Nope.
weird.
Nothing.
Nothing on
We
yours
think you're
either?
just making this up.
Yeah, a 20, yes, absolutely, that hits. For 35 points of damage, yes. Wait a second.
But yeah, it was 6 piercing and 7 poison. I can re-roll it if you like.
No, you said 6 piercing.
And 7 poison.
As you fire this arrow into its throat, you watch it go and just topple over onto the ground.
All these vines also encased it.
The vines like reach up from around the arrow and pull it to the ground even more aggressively, and it slams, dropping its weapons as it hits the ground. No longer breathing.
And then I'm just going to go ahead and action surge also, and I'm going to shoot an arrow at the other orc that was standing next to him. Just a normal arrow though.
Okay.
Did that one show up? That was an 11.
No.
Didn't show up.
I don't know why this
No,
isn't
that
rolling
didn't show up
pretty well.
either.
Go to your maybe go to your cogwheel and go down to the bottom and hit reconnect just to see if that'll do anything.
Okay, yeah, I will try that.
Did you say you rolled an 11?
It was an 11.
Yeah, that arrow flies wide and just disappears behind him into the light foliage.
Gotcha. Well, then that is the end of my turn. I'm staying up top.
It's difficult because the horses are starting to move in panic, and it's making the cart move at a different pace, and it's hard to judge your shot. All right, that brings us back to the top of the order with these orcs again. Zin still can't be seen.
Right.
This orc charges at Dusk and basically is going to kind of like jump onto the side of the cart and just take a wild swing with his great axe towards you. I'm going to say that the orc has disadvantage on this attack because it's trying to like jump onto a moving cart. So this will have disadvantage and rolls a natural 1. So it carves into the side of the cart, and its great axe gets stuck in the wood of the cart as it slams it down. It looks frustrated, it's trying to pull it out. And you notice one of its hand that's holding on to the axe coated in that red from the fingertips, basically the entire forearm of this thing.
Okay.
You've seen it before. You know what it means.
Yes, I do.
Franklin, these two are still trying to work on you as they see you as their biggest threat right now. So here comes a great axe.
Well, I'm probably the biggest person here, so...
a 21 might hit.
Oh, that'll hit!
For 11 slashing. As the second one rakes across your arm. And you can feel some blood starting to run down your arm, Franklin.
I finally get hit. It's like it almost never happens, except for when I almost died. But
yeah, I was gonna say spiders, or no, it wasn't spiders. It was
Though that's because they also always had an advantage on me because I was paralyzed. But
semantics.
All right, Zin, are you at the beginning of your turn? Is that when you come out of being invisibility?
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm visible.
You're visible now.
I'm assuming there are rocks around the ground around me.
Yeah, there are.
I'm gonna kick up a rock.
Okay.
And cast catapult towards the one that just tried to jump onto the cart.
Okay.
So I need a dex save from him.
Dex save from the orc. You got it. Here comes the dexterity saving throw from Mr. Orc. A 4. That's gonna fail.
That doesn't. All right.
He's trying to get his axe out of being lodged into the cart.
It's 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch! So basically, you kick the rock up, and you do one of those, "Go, you can!" And then you hit the rock, and it goes flying towards and smacks him in the back of the head. He almost forgets about the axe immediately and turns around. You can see blood starting to pour down the back of his neck.
And you see 4 me's. That's including myself, making the same move.
Oh, nice!
Because they all move the same as me.
They all move the same. Sweet. You seeing this? He's seeing 4s. He kind of shakes his eyes a little bit like he's seeing blurred vision he thinks maybe the impact of the rock to the back of the head has done him in. All right. Anything else in?
I don't think so. Not much else I can do.
You got some,
no, that's it.
Got some movement if you'd like to use it.
Sure.
All right. That brings us back to Franklin.
Okay, Franklin is gonna try to do it again.
Okay. Is the 22 the first roll?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the 22 definitely hits. So you can roll...
cool.
If you click on Shillelagh, it should roll your damage for you. Right there in the chat.
That's what I did do.
Oh,
no,
okay. Is that the 10 down there? Oh, there it is.
There you go. That's probably what it is. All right.
Plus, yeah, that looks right. Yep. 9 points of damage as you slam into the one. Do you want to do the one beside you or the one to the south of you?
Well, let's do the one to the south of me.
South of you, got it. So it gets slammed. It's still standing, but you definitely did a lot of damage to it. And you can see blood starting to pour out of the bludgeon wound that you put on his forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Good. Nope.
Okay.
Not right now.
Perfect. Zin, just a little to the south of you, you see something come barreling out of the forest. As it looks like another one of these creatures is moving into the fray. This one looks a little different, though. This one's holding a shield. Has a little bit better armor than it's wearing. And seeing that you are flinging things towards its comrades, it is going to begin this, speaking these words that you having trouble understanding. It sounds like, do you speak Orcish?
I don't believe so.
Okay,
No.
Okay, it starts speaking something in Orcish. And then it is going to cast command on you.
Oh.
And it is going to command you to grovel. You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Oh gosh. I don't know if I can do plus wisdom. No, that's not going to do it. That's not going to pass.
4 is not going to do it. So basically, for your next turn, you are going to grovel. And, and once you follow the command, it ends your turn once you follow the command. So
All right.
you are compelled to basically worship this orc that you see to the south of you.
Okay.
Tonum, you're up.
Okay.
Thanks for the bits, Blitz. We appreciate it, man.
I need to measure things. Okay. Tanim is going to cast Frostbite on this guy. Oh, of course, no, I'm not. One sec. That guy.
That guy, got it.
And so he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save, here it comes. 10, I don't think it's going to do it.
That does not make it, so he
Oh.
takes 6 cold damage and has disadvantage on his next weapon attack.
Did it roll in roll 20?
Yeah.
It did? I don't see it.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see that one either.
I see. It's
Yeah.
a 10.
What is going on?
Because then you rolled after it, and it was a 10. Okay, well, I'll
I
reconnect.
see Zin's roll, and then it's my roll after Zin.
Uh-huh.
That's
Oh,
strange.
Yeah,
I can
that-
see. Okay, well,
Take 6 points of cold
it-
damage.
6 points of cold, and I'll reconnect.
You watch
See if that helps.
the Dusk. You're watching this thing trying to. So it's looking back at Zin, trying to pull its axe free, and then all of a sudden its skin starts to get coated in frost, and his skin turns blue, and then you watch as his eyes roll back into the back of his head, and he is frozen to the side of the wagon, and he is completely motionless and unmoving, and just stuck there by ice. That end your turn, Tonum?
Yep,
Yep.
I'm happily protected by this caravan. That's
Dusk, you're up.
Okay, seeing this new orc cast something at Zen, I'm gonna jump down, probably use this orc's head, and then jump across.
Jump off the frozen orc's back.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I'm just gonna shoot an arrow at this new orc that seems to have joined us.
Okay.
Did you all see that this time?
Yeah, saw
I
it.
did,
Yes.
Yes, I
Okay.
saw it this
And
time.
that will definitely
So
hit
21
for 6
and 6 piercing damage.
Piercing damage as it. You can see it tries to get its shield up, but you just barely miss it. It hits him in the shoulder.
Perfect.
He winces in pain a bit, but then looks at you angrily. This one looks like it's got a little bit more vitality in it than it's than the first wave.
Okay.
Anything else?
But then nope, I'm done.
Okay. The orcs get to go, and they're still trying to get at Franklin up here. That's all they really care about is hacking Franklin up here.
That's fun.
A 9's
Bring
not
it.
going to do it, and a natural
Nope,
1 again.
nope.
so they're just like trying to just crazily recklessly attack Franklin here, and that brings us to Zin. Zin.
I get down on my knee.
You guys watch Zin get down on his knees, and he just grovels. All 4 of him. So it looks like four of Zin's just groveling down onto the ground. And that brings us back to Franklin's turn.
I am going to cast Call Lightning.
Ooh,
Ooh, this is
that sounds
new.
cool.
This is new.
And
Oh.
I'm going to target the casting orc.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw for the casting orc.
Yep. DC 15.
It passes.
Oh,
Oh, so
Takes half damage, probably, right?
I believe so.
Takes 11 points of lightning damage as this lightning comes shooting down from the sky. Does it like change? Like, do the clouds roll in when this spell is cast, or is it like just a lightning bolt just comes flying down and to the target?
Yep, and it lasts for 10 minutes, so long as I concentrate on it.
And you can just keep on pulling lightning down out of the sky? Is that the way it works?
Yep, one as a bonus.
As a bonus action? Oh no, he went robot on me.
We lost
Yeah,
him.
he completely froze for
Oh
me.
no, we lost Dalton.
It's probably because we're in the east.
Yeah. I'll wait till he pops back in and I can change it to central. Alright. I would assume he would stay put.
Probably, yeah.
So we're going to go back to the casting orc. He starts casting again. And Zin, this time, as you're groveling on the ground, a magical arcane glowing spear starts to hover around you in a bluish light. He's going to cast Spiritual Weapon. And he's going to make an attack against you with his Spiritual Weapon. I believe, how does it work with your mirror image?
You gotta roll a hit first.
Well, don't you have to?
And then
don't we have to roll and see if
after-
it hits what it's going to hit before I roll to hit?
Hold on, let me reread. I thought it was after you hit, then I'll let me read.
Well, he only rolled a 6.
Oh, is he talking about? Okay, it's
Oh
each
wait,
time
no,
that you target me with an attack.
but you're prone, so he would have advantage.
Yeah, it's each time you target me with an attack.
Yeah, he targets you. So, well,
So yeah, you hit one of my illusions.
hits an illusion. Okay.
Yeah.
So he strikes one of your illusions. Does the illusion just disappear when it hits it?
Yes.
Okay. So you this spiritual weapon comes down, and all of a sudden, one of your mirrors of yourself just vanishes. And there are now just 3 of you groveling on the ground.
Yes.
Beside this spiritual weapon. He's going to stay put, and that brings us to Tottenham.
I'm gonna use Arcing Bolt again, but in order to do that, I need to jump out of my little caravan.
Oh, but it was so
Um,
cozy.
I know, but I need to be within 30 feet, and since he didn't move, But yeah, I'm gonna cast Arcing Bolt on this dude, the big casty dude. Let's see if it shows up.
I'll put this.
Did it show up?
Let me check. I was grabbing a spear to put on there next to Zin. No, it didn't show
How
up.
dare you? Gosh darn it, okay.
I see.
Well-
The last thing I see is Jamie's roll.
It's a 22 to hit,
22 hits.
and then I'm gonna have him do a dex save to see about taking the extra d4.
The caster one. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Dexterity saving throw. 5 is gonna fail.
Okay, so that is an extra 1d4. That is
Oh,
4.
that
Did you see
one.
that
Oh, yeah, I
one?
saw that one.
Yeah, I saw that
Oh,
one.
weird.
That's weird.
Okay,
I saw the
so the
four.
first, so he takes 7.
7 total.
Yep.
7 total lightning damage as lightning
Yep.
wraps all around this guy, making its way to the ground as it fries him a little bit. His hair, it looks a little bit blackened and sizzling from the lightning damage. Anybody know spiritual weapon concentration?
I have no
Anybody
clue.
know off the top of their head?
Yeah.
I
do
think
not
it
know.
I want to
is.
say it is.
Yeah.
For some reason. Oh, no, it's not. Strange.
Oh, that's weird.
No.
There's no C next to
Okay.
it in the. Okay. So I guess
Okay.
if roll 20 says it's true, then it must be.
Then it might be.
All right, excellent. So that thing got fried a little bit. Taunt him anything else you would do?
honestly probably like move back here.
Okay. Awesome. Dusk, that brings us to you.
Oh, since this orc's still standing, I'm gonna shoot another arrow at it. It's a 25.
I can't see it. It's changed.
Okay, roll 20. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with roll 20.
Tonight? Yeah, this is weird. 25 definitely hits.
And then 11 piercing damage.
11 piercing. He's looking pretty sluggish as this arrow hits him right in the gut. He reaches down and yanks the arrow out, looks and snarls, and just throws the arrow down onto the ground. He looks like he's getting super angry and frustrated and starts to speak Orcish towards the forest. Yeah, anybody understand Orcish?
Nope.
I probably should have taken it, but
Nobody speaks Orcish, yeah.
Yeah.
Now roll 20 is telling me my connection to the server is being interrupted.
It just said that
Same
to me
here.
too.
Okay, so we'll see what happens. There we go. Now your longbow rolls for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey, there we go.
There it is. It
popped up.
popped
There
up.
it is.
There it is. Watch all the rolls we've been missing just all of a sudden spam in.
Gosh.
But that would end my turn.
All right, Dusk. As he's snarling towards the forest, you guys begin to see something else emerging from the woods.
Oh boy.
This looks like a female orc. Carrying
Okay.
no weapons. It comes out with enormous muscles. She's stalking towards Zin, who is groveling on the ground. Massive claws, as her hands, almost both of her wrists, are just blackened with old blood. She's got long hair kind of billowing and blowing in the wind as she approaches. And she's just stalking up towards Zin, like not running or charging or anything, just stalking up towards him. And
Oh, let me roll. Is she attacking me?
Let's see. She actually reaches down and just touches you on the back, and you can hear these incantations start being said. She's gonna try to cast Bestow Curse upon you.
No.
I need you to make another Wisdom save for me.
No. How you gonna do this to me? 12.
12. I gotta see. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Meets it, beats it.
Yes!
Nice.
You can feel these terrible orcish whispers fill your mind, and it immediately reminds you of your past, of these horrible, horrible things that these orcs have done to your clan, your family, to your friends, to everyone that you hold dear. And then you just fight through it, the strength and the courage that you've had for all this time. You fight through it and shake it off, and you don't feel like groveling anymore, Zin. You don't feel like it anymore. You don't feel like doing this anymore.
Yeah, I don't feel like
You
it.
don't feel like it. And the orcs get to go, and they're going to continue to hack away at Franklin. They don't like Franklin. 14, not going to cut it, probably.
Nope.
Yeah, definitely 13 won't do it either, as they're
Nope.
just
AC 17.
unable to make their strikes true against Franklin. Zin, you are up.
All right.
Got this.
So
Very muscular orc standing above you.
would you say
Massive
that
claws.
arrow she tossed landed near me?
It was the other guy.
The other guy tossed. I'm
So
sorry.
he just kind of tossed it down to the ground beside him. So it would be like
Is there
15 feet away from you.
a rock by me?
There's a big rock right there in front of you. There's probably a
Is there a
couple.
tiny little pebble?
Yeah, there's a couple pebbles. Yeah.
I'm gonna flick a pebble and catapult at second level. I need a dex save from the person that made me grovel.
From the person that made you grovel.
Yes.
Okay, so the guy at the south.
Yes.
Dex save. Here we go. A 3.
That doesn't save.
So he's gonna
So-
take a rock to the forehead.
Yes.
How much damage does it do?
What? There's
Wow.
Only Oh, you rolled a 1 in there, and a 2, and a 4.
That really.
And a 2 on your
Hold
extra
on.
D8.
Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah.
So 9 points of
Wow.
damage. You can
Wow.
see this.
This is why I hate Roll20. I'm just saying.
So, as you kick this rock towards him, you can see that his nose starts to bleed in the front of his face as it bounces off, and he is going, ugh, ugh. He's like teetering back and forth, but he's still standing.
All right. I'm gonna use half my movement to get up off my knees, I guess.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna walk up to him.
Okay, you will provoke an opportunity attack from the other one.
That's fine.
Okay. But she's gonna
They're gonna
try.
try to hit me.
She's gonna try to claw at you. And that's a 6, so that's not gonna cut it. You're able
Wait, no, I gotta. Oh yeah, the attack would have went through, but it was a 6. So
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. Yep.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so all 3 of you approach this spellcasting orc. And that brings us back to Franklin.
Cast another lightning bolt at the caster guy.
Caster guy. Okay. So dexterity save, is that what it was? Or
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Dexterity saving throw is going to be a 9.
So he takes 18.
You fry him like crazy. Like the electricity almost explodes on the ground. You guys see an explosion next to Zen. And you just see lying next to Zen now is this heap of just orc corpse lying on the ground after that lightning bolt came down. And this spiritual weapon disappears. Was that your bonus action, Franklin?
And that's my turn.
That's your turn? Okay. So this guy is no longer on our initiative order, so I'm going to take him off.
Yep.
If Roll20 will allow us. I clicked on the trash can. Click on it again. There we go.
Hey.
It's on him. You're up.
Okay. I am going to stay where I am, and I'm going to cast Shatter on the orc that just came out of the woods.
Okay.
Did that show up? Or are we still not showing
yes.
up for the rolls?
Yeah, it showed up for me. So is that a
Awesome.
Constitution
So-
save?
Constitution save, yeah.
Okay, so cool. Constitution save for this guy. This
I assume you're angling that so it doesn't hit me.
Yes, I'm
Somebody's
I
drawing. a
am in
ring up there.
fact doing it right over here.
Constitution
Oh, you can't see that.
save is a fail.
So that is an 18.
18
for
points
damage.
of thunder damage. My goodness, as a crack of thunder emerges.
Lightning and thunder.
Lightning and thunder, bringing it. Actually, that big stone that's right beside this thing cracks into a bunch of smaller stones, and they crumble down around. And then
Smaller stones, you
a
said.
lot of smaller stones, Zen. A lot. Zen turns around quickly and just goes, ah. This might
They knew each
be
other better.
this might be a perfect match.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Tanim knew you better, he'd be like, "Hey, more ammo for you," but he doesn't really know you very well, so.
That's okay.
Nobody-
One who is flicking rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Dusk, you're up.
Yep, and that's it.
Well, I'm going to fire an arrow at the other spellcasting orc.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Yes.
12 piercing damage.
12 piercing. Well, at least Roll20 is rolling better for Derek in this campaign than
Uh-huh.
12 points of damage as an arrow goes shooting into her chest. Oh my goodness. She's looking very hurt already by these massive attacks.
I'm just gonna move up about there, and then that's the end of my turn.
All right. It's her turn. And because you just shot her with an arrow, she's super mad. And she is charging up towards you ferociously. And because she has half of her hit points, she can make 4 attacks against you, Dusk.
Jesus. Okay.
She has a feature. Here, I'll share it with you, so you guys know I'm not lying. 4 claw attacks if it has fewer than half of its hit points remaining. So it's going to claw you 4 times as it goes.
Okay.
Just basically just leaping at you. 21.
Yep. That hits.
Crits.
Oh God, Michael, you're gonna kill me again?
18.
That hits.
18.
We all hit.
Oh,
We all hit.
Oh my god, this is gonna hurt.
Kill him!
This is gonna hurt a lot.
7 slashing.
I told you. I told you Roll20 was against the player.
I'm gonna do all the regular ones first, and I'll do the crit last. Or do you want me to do them in order?
Well, you might want to do it in order.
Okay, here's the crit claw. 8 points of slashing, so that's not so bad. Are you still up?
I'm still, yeah,
Okay.
still good.
3 slashing. And then 10 slashing. So a regular one did more than the crit did.
Ouch.
Yeah, I'm very glad you didn't roll that on the crit. I'm down to 6.
Oh gosh. Zin, you can hear behind
boy.
you, and you can feel some of Dusk's blood splatter hitting you in the back. As this thing is just going nuts. And now the 2 orcs are trying to hurt Franklin some more. As they both make great axe attacks, hoping to hit. There's one! 1 strikes 2
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 10 slashing. And 17's gonna miss. Do you
No, 17 is my AC. That hits.
Oh, it does hit.
So I take 20.
You take 20 slashing. I think you have to make... Do you have to make a concentration check for that spell you're casting?
Yes, I do.
Alright. Do you have to make 2, I believe? 2 for 2 separate attacks? I think that's the way you do it. So you have to make 10s. Perfect, you're still holding it.
Pass both of them.
Yep, pass both of your checks. Zin, you are up.
Hey, can I have a token for my familiar? I completely forgot.
Yeah, you can. I'm not gonna have, like, stats on it yet.
That's okay.
What was it again?
He's
Sugar glider,
Sugar
isn't he?
glider.
Sugar glider.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah.
They're probably not gonna have a random token in here for a sugar glider. What's like a close representation we could put on it?
Flying squirrel.
A squirrel.
Squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel would
Yeah.
probably be right.
Squirrel.
Yeah,
mouse,
it rolls its
hamster.
own initiative, and I forgot. So
How dare you?
Here, I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put this terrible squid lasher out here. There.
perfect. Perfect.
Because I think that would be funny. And I'm gonna give you control of this token. How do I do this? Controlled by... here, I'll give you control of it, Jamie.
Okay.
And, controlled by... can you move that token?
Yeah.
Okay. There's your familiar for now.
All right.
I'll fix it up for you real nice next time.
He got a 17 for initiative.
Oh,
Okay. So he goes the same time you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect.
So he goes...
So
He can go.
we're both really angry that thing's attacking Dusk. So my sugar glider. Oh God, I left the game.
Oh no. our,
My sugar glider
our
is
roll
gonna
20
just
woes continue.
fly forward and use the help action for me.
Okay, yeah. So he's gonna be
Just distracting them, or distracting her and then annoying her.
flying around her head. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna try to tackle this girl.
Trying to tackle her?
Yeah, to get her away from Dusk.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check. We're gonna have a contested roll here.
Let's see this big number.
Hey, I have advantage because of the help action, right?
You do.
True.
Yeah, you do. True. She's gonna try to dodge you, and does not.
Yeah.
You wrestle her to the ground. So basically, you watch as Zin flies in, spear tackles this orc as it's trying to swat the sugar glider out of the air with her massive clawed hands. So you guys, technically, you're both prone, like lying on the ground there in front of Dusk, who is bleeding.
Yeah, and my 2 clones are laying beside it.
Yes. One of them's wearing like a referee outfit and is starting to count. Excellent, Zin. Is that in your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Franklin, you're still up here at the top. You got your lightning bolts ready.
I want to wild shape into a dire wolf.
Okay. We can pull out. I do have your tokens made for those somewhere. Franklin's wild shapes. Here they are. Dire wolf is coming on. Oh, massive dire wolf. And I'm just gonna move your token, your Franklin token, out to the side here. As Franklin is now a massive wolf.
And I'm gonna concentrate on call lightning on the one bitch. One woman.
One woman, you got it. So is that a dexterity save once again?
Yes, it is.
Alright. Dexterity save is going to be a natural 1.
Well, she takes 22 lightning damage, or 12 lightning damage.
Describe how you kill her.
Well, lightning shoots through her and she burns into a crisp and ash.
Nice. She is fried. And you, Zin, as you're like wrestling around on the ground, this lightning, she rolls over all kind of on top of you, almost getting control of the situation. Then lightning shoots from the sky and just goes all around her. And she just goes limp and just lays on top of you. And you can smell burning orc flesh all over
Smells
you.
good. Smells good.
She's now dead, lying on top of you.
The best kind of work.
And I think that will end Franklin's turn.
What?
I think that will end your turn, correctly? Or you,
Yeah, that'll completely end my turn.
All right, Tottenham, you're up.
I'm gonna cast Arcing Bolt at the one south of... Oops, that's the wrong one. Ignore that. It's this one.
Okay.
So 17 to hit the one south of Franklin.
Oh, it definitely hits for 3 lightning damage.
All right. Yeah, and then I want the one above him or next to him to make a dex save.
Okay, will do. Trying to dodge it. I don't think a 13 is gonna cut it.
It does not. So he's gonna take 1d4. He's gonna take 3 damage as well.
3 damage. So as you electrocute the one in front of, or beside Franklin there, this one, a bit of lightning jumps from one target to the other and fries that one as well for the same amount of damage. That was a good one.
Yeah.
They're still standing.
And
The
then-
one south
Perfect.
of Franklin does
Yeah.
look weak. He looks like he's about ready to drop his weapon.
Okay. Yep, I'm good.
All right. Dusk, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna just run back to this carriage, jump back up on top of it.
Okay.
So I'm not in any melee encounters anymore. I'm gonna shoot the orc that looks rough over by Franklin.
Sure. Go ahead. Make your attack.
That is an 18.
And you hit him in the back of the head, and he falls down to the ground immediately.
Perfect.
Drops. Hey, thanks for the bits, Victoria Brown. We appreciate it.
Hey.
That will end my turn.
All right. That brings us to the last orc remaining. Seeing a dire wolf in front of him, and looking around and seeing that much of this raid in front and behind, the other guards seem to have engaged the other orcs that are to the north and to the south of you. And it seems as if the orcs are losing this this battle. Seeing that, decides he is going to turn and flee, disengaging from the direwolf, and gets to about
Coward.
the edge of the wood line. Zin, you are up, currently prone on the ground. If you'd like to do something, you can.
I roll over to these rocks and I catapult one of the pebbles at 3rd level.
That's Dex, right?
Yes,
Okay.
dex save.
Dex save. Here it comes. A 12.
Doesn't save.
All right.
Perfect.
You said at level 3?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, are you okay? Okay. All right.
See, roll 20
21.
did it for you, right? because as you hit this orc with this medium-sized rock that goes flying out of seemingly nowhere, hits him in the back, his weapons go flying everywhere as he just falls to the ground in a just a dead heap. This orc is dead, and you can see that much of the battle is ending all around you, and orcs are running into the forest in all angles. You guys are out of initiative.
Every round?
What's that?
Every round I'm going to keep hitting orcs with lightning bolts.
Okay, as they're,
until
they're running away, and you just have a lightning bolt streak down, and you can see your orcs screaming in the distance as they're being fried by lightning bolts.
And I keep doing this until they're out of range.
Okay, you keep doing that over and over again. I'll say you get about 4 or 5 more orcs, Franklin, that are running.
Good.
And you take a few of them down. You guys are out of initiative, and we'll go back to more calming music as the battle has ended. It looks like your friend Dusk is in quite a bit of amount of pain. As he is.
I'm gonna hand him a healing potion.
Oh, awesome.
All right.
I was just gonna walk up and cast Cure Wounds once I drop my direwolf form.
Well, you have a healing potion, so
Okay.
whatever it is, 2.
Knowing what Franklin can do,
Two?
I will not use the healing potion, so I'm
Okay.
just gonna say you can keep that, but thank you.
So the dire wolf form, you're gonna come out of that, Franklin?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so the dire wolf form comes off, and we now have Franklin here. As it seems like the caravan has stopped, everybody's trying to regather their thoughts and to catch their breath. Seems like a couple of the other guards that you guys have been traveling with are going around and kind of looking over the battlefield. There are a few people that seem like they went down during the conflict, and it seems like a few of them are just kind of going over and just seeing who those individuals were and trying to get things ready to move the caravan forward, as there's a little bit of a delay here. What would you guys be doing here at this point?
I'm just gonna cast Healing Spirit. We're just gonna conga line through.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I believe that's a minute, so it's 10 rounds of healing.
Yep.
So basically everyone heals, what, 10d6? Is that the way it works?
Yep.
I don't need that many.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
I don't think
Basically
any of
just
us
up the
need
full-
that many.
Yeah.
And this, even for civilians who got hurt, can walk through this. And I'm not charging.
Okay. Okay. Now,
I would.
does it work like if somebody drags an unconscious person through it? Does it work that
As
way?
long as they move through it, I mean,
Okay.
they have to move through it and they get healing.
There are a
And if they can't move, I can move it to them as a bonus action
oh,
to heal them.
nice.
I can move it 30 feet around.
One younger human guard that was traveling with you guys that you guys have started to get to know a little bit nearby. His name was Peter. He took an arrow to the head from one of these orcs, and they actually bring him over and drag him through the healing spirit after removing the arrow, and it seals the wound of his head, and he wakes up in front of you guys. Oh my, what happened? It's like,
I just silently walk over and dip my hand into the healing and then turn around to go walk back over to the orcs.
okay,
Yeah, Dusk is checking the orcs also.
okay. You guys can make investigation checks if you'd like as you're going over the orcs.
Franklin is just making sure everybody gets healed.
What does your healing spirit look like, by the way, Franklin?
Probably like another turtle.
Just another turtle? Okay. It's
Mhm.
another turtle just chilling there, glowing with arcane energy.
It's like a turtle with a nurse's hat.
Yes. It's the
like a Chansey.
it's the medic turtle. It's just hanging out in the middle, just
Exactly.
healing everybody on the battlefield.
That's right.
This the Peter guard is just kind of like looking at you, and just he's so grateful to you. He's, oh, thank you, friend. I do appreciate this. My goodness, what a mess. And he's looking around, seeing all the chaos. Zin and Dusk, as you guys are going over and looking around, these orcs were in fact members. I believe it was the Red Fist clan that you guys have not really enjoyed over the course of your adventures. It does seem odd to you that there is this female orc that seems to be traveling with this group, and it also seems a little bit odd to you that they're this far south. Most of your encounters with them have been more farther north, and that kind of tells you they must be growing in number to have a group this far south, and to have not just a small group of orcs, but a rather large one, and to have like these female motherly orcs with them seems a little bit odd.
I would go and check every single one's faces just to see if I recognize, see if one of the orcs is the one that I'm currently hunting. And when I get to each orc, I close their eyes and I say, "You are now sent to the beyond." Kind of like undertone whispering, kind of to them.
Nice, cool. Yeah, as you're looking at them, you don't recognize any of them as one that you've had a hit on before or a target for.
Okay.
They all seem to be new to you. Tonum, anything from you as you watching?
He's not really that interested in looting bodies, so he's just gonna climb back up on the into the wagon and go back to reading.
Just kind of wait patiently for everything to get cleared up. Yeah. Okay.
Just waiting to keep moving.
All right. And as you guys,
I would walk around to these 5, 6, I guess, and put X's on the back of their red hand.
Okay.
With a dagger.
So you're kind of carving into the red hand an X.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to keep the bodies where they lie, or are you guys going to do anything with the bodies?
I'll move them out of the way of the road.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna leave them on the side.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave them there too.
The other guards seem to do the same with. I would say there's probably like maybe 20 to 30 more dead orcs lying around this road next to the caravan. Seems like the other guards do the same thing. They do take a little bit of time to wrap a few of the other guards' corpses. There's like 3 others that may have died, and they were too far gone to be brought before Franklin's healing spirit to be healed. So they are wrapped up, and they are going to be taken with the caravan to Elturel, where they will be able to be buried in a more appropriate manner. And at that point, that's where we're going to end our initial episode of Tyranny of Dragons with Delve and Dash here, folks. Awesome job, everybody.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was great, yeah.
Just start casting lightning at everybody.
So, thank you guys for joining us tonight here for Delve and Dash. This is episode 28, but it's kind of like episode 1 on a new story arc, so we're excited to get this underway. Thank you guys for sticking with us tonight. We will be back at it next Thursday. Thank you again for the bits, Victoria Brown. We do appreciate it so much. Thank you. Anybody have any, do we have any, like, end of show announcements or anything we need to shout out really quick before we head off stream?
No.
No? No. All right. Well,
I don't have anything.
Excellent. Well, we're going to go ahead and get ready to go. Don't forget that we do have Mystic Hour tonight, starting out here in about 10 minutes. I think she's still playing Detroit Become Human, I believe, is the video game that she's playing. So if you guys want to check out Christy Mystic Water playing some video games, come and check it out. She's funny to watch play video games. So you guys got to tune in, and you guys can hang out and chat, and it'll be super cool. So stay tuned for Mystic Hour. Until then, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus, and we'll see you all very soon. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.